What does the word poltergeist actually mean? It might sound like a basic question, especially in the paranormal field. Ghost hunters have used the word for decades, and it even became part of pop culture thanks to Steven Spielberg's 1982 horror film. But surprisingly, the meaning of the word isn't as straightforward as you might think. The term poltergeist is German in origin. It first appeared in English in the 1830s, and it literally translates as noisy ghost. It comes from two German words, poltern, meaning to make sound, and geist, meaning ghost. Now, although noisy ghost is the usual translation, it's not quite that simple. Geist can also mean spirit, so noisy spirit works just as well. And the verb poltern doesn't only mean to make sound, it can also mean to knock, to rumble, or to rattle. That's why you'll sometimes hear it translated as rumble ghost, loud spirit, or even knocking spirit. And of course, all of these words tie neatly into what's often reported in poltergeist cases: furniture rumbling, door handles rattling, unexplained knocks, and objects being thrown or moved. All of it creates sound. Poltergeist cases are some of the best documented hauntings, mainly because the activity tends to repeat over time. Famous examples include the Enfield poltergeist in London, the haunting of 30 East Drive in Pontefract, the Cardiff poltergeist, and the so-called Cheltenham ghost. These are among the most heavily researched cases in British parapsychology. But here's the problem. How do we actually define a poltergeist? After all, regular ghosts are also said to rattle chains. Spirits supposedly knock to communicate, and ghost hunters often use trigger objects, hoping something unseen will move them. So how is that different from a poltergeist? The truth is, we can't clearly separate ghosts, spirits, and poltergeists. In fact, after hundreds of years of paranormal research, no one has ever proved beyond doubt that any of them exist at all. So really, poltergeist doesn't describe a type of being. It describes a type of haunting. It's a label for the activity, not for the entity behind it. A poltergeist case usually means violent movement of objects or furniture. It can also include foul smells, sudden fires, lights or appliances switching on and off, or loud, unexplained noises. Sometimes people even report being pushed, scratched, or bitten. Again, these things can crop up in all sorts of paranormal investigations, which is why many researchers admit that the word poltergeist is more about the style of the haunting than the cause. Still, you'll often hear it claimed as fact that poltergeist cases centre around one person, usually a child, a young woman, or someone described historically as hysterical or epileptic. Researchers also tend to say the activity starts playfully, builds up over time, becomes malicious, and then suddenly stops, never to return. But that neat pattern doesn't really fit the countless reports of one-off activity, like stones being thrown, glasses sliding across pub tables, or sudden unexplained bangs in the night. So when we talk about poltergeists, we're really talking about the phenomena rather than the spirit behind it. Whether it's rumbling furniture, mysterious bangs, or objects flying across the room, the word has become a shorthand for this noisy, disruptive type of haunting. What remains uncertain is not the name itself, but whether anything truly supernatural lies at the heart of these strange events.